Hi everyone, it's the Academy of God, and today I wanted to share with you a dream that the Lord showed me concerning Disney World, and more precisely the character of Mickey Mouse. Now, personally, I used to be you could see, a fan of the world of Disney and their characters and stories, especially the old ones. But what the Lord showed me was quite, I could say, terrifying, but also eye-opening. And what I saw was I basically found myself in sort of realm, very dark and very demonic in nature. And I was seeing this character of Mickey Mouse from, and when I saw that character, it reminded me of a game that I saw at some point in time, where Mickey Mouse is holding a painting brush. And I was seeing this character, but he appeared to me in a very evil and full of dark energy. That's the best way I can describe it. And it was quite terrifying. Then in that world of that I felt like Disney World, I'm not talking about the attraction park. I'm talking about basically a realm that represented all that Disney is. And I saw in that place a section that was dedicated to witchcraft, and more precisely to voodoo. Because when I was going there, I was trying to leave that place. And to leave that place, I had to go to this particular section and go inside of it because it looked like water. And all that water was basically a physical manifestation of all that witchcraft and voodoo that was being practiced in that realm. And I could hear chanting and spells being cast out, and all of it was in this form of liquid, and I had to go through it. And basically I was praying over myself when I was passing it. And that experience was so, I could say, very terrifying to me, that while I was in that realm, I was basically renouncing that the fact that I used to be attached to Disney, like basically repenting from it and saying to myself that I would never again want anything to do with Disney or Mickey Mouse. And I'm sharing it with you because the enemy comes in many different forms, and he often comes in the appearance of something cute, something funny, something entertaining, something very colorful. Because everything that I just described is very opposite to what we usually see from Disney and their stories, and also the character of Mickey Mouse. But what the Lord showed me is the nature and the spirit that is hiding behind all these things that we can see. And this is not just the only time that the Lord has showed me such bizarre things. I remember also in some quite a while ago, I had an experience where on my bed, waking up, I was I was in the spirit and I was staring at my wall. and my wall basically turned into almost like a screen, not like a TV, but I could see beyond. And what I was seeing was a specific character from the the movie Frozen, the snow queen, the girl with the power of snow, controlling snow. And she appeared in that screen and she was looking at me, but with a very disdain look or prideful look, like she was looking down on me, and I could feel something very evil coming from her. And these things that the Lord is revealing to us now, that's because behind a lot of these characters, a lot of these things that we see on TV, behind them there are some often there are spirits behind. There are spirits that comes with these things, and these spirits actually have an influence on us. They have an influence on our children. And some of you, maybe you can recollect when your children comes to you and start to complain that they are seeing things in their bedroom. They call them monsters, shadows, strange forms, and parents often dismiss these things, saying that it's only their imagination. But the reality is that children are more sensitive to these things than adults, because often adults, when they used to be younger, by being told that everything they were seeing, everything they were experiencing was just their imagination, they end up shutting down that realm, the connection from that other realm as they grow. But these things are still happening around. It's just that now you have become disconnected and you lack sensitivity for these things. But the things that we see and the things that we hear also have the power to, I can say, control us or program us, our mind, by inserting ideas in our brains. And this is also something that the Lord had me experience in a dream once. I was just looking at my computer, and I was seeing these shapes, geometric shape, that looked like something you will see on something psychedelic. And while staring at it, I could feel my mind being programmed. I could feel my mind being programmed because I could sense the subliminal message hidden inside that I couldn't see, I couldn't decipher, but my mind, my subconscious, was receiving all the orders that were coming from these shapes, what appeared to me as shapes. Now, this is what the Lord was showing me in that dream. And I had to basically use all my strength to fight to not look at these shapes that I was seeing on a video on YouTube in that dream. But these are techniques that are being used, that have been used on us, on our children, for decades, even centuries. These are methods for mind control. These are also methods for demonic possession, because your child sits, he watches all these things, all these cartoons that we view as entertaining, but we don't know what is the spirit behind them. And then slowly you start to notice that the character of your child starts to change. They start to become more aggressive. They become more disobedient. they start to slowly change in a negative way. Why? Because when we sit down and we view these things, we are opening doors. We are allowing whatever spirits are behind to influence us. But also, if there are subliminal message in these things that we might not pick with our eyes, our subconscious is still going to pick them up and receive the orders, the instructions that are being transmitted. And that's why we have to be very careful. We have to watch our eyes, watch our ears, and watch over what our children are being exposed to. We have to look at the spirit behind these things, not just, oh, they look cute, they look fun or entertaining. Because Satan uses all these methods to appeal to us, to deceive us at the end.